Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Xconomy's 2020 National Awards Ceremony. My name is Brian Kane, publisher of Xconomy, and I'm honored to be here with you to serve as moderator for this exciting event. Xconomy's mission is to engage industry innovators at that intersection between science and technology, to connect the funding and the partnerships and the technologies that support the research and development of novel therapeutics. The Xconomy National Awards Program provides us with the opportunity to showcase this mission. So thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to help Xconomy recognize and honor this year's Xconomy Award finalists. These individuals and companies represent the best the industry has to offer. They have worked together to advance global health and to successfully deliver better, more effective treatments worldwide. Now, as we all know, the pace and demands of this business are at times relentless, exhausting, and unforgiving. They often push us to the limits of our physical and mental capacities and test our dedication and resilience. However, I very much doubt that anyone here today would seriously consider changing what we do. We understand this business is hard, but we accept that challenge. We understand the odds involved, but we also understand that the answers and the breakthroughs reside in making that extra effort that most are unwilling or unable to do. The life sciences industry continues to meet current challenges and leap into uncharted waters because of all those little voices in your heads, right? That unique inner drive that demands you do whatever it takes to succeed. The push to find that right combination of science, technology, and business that will unlock the door to better, safer, more affordable, and more accessible treatments. You've demonstrated a unique ability and played a key role in discovering, developing, and delivering therapeutics and treatments that will heal, cure, or repair the less fortunate, who until recently would never have had the chance to experience all the gifts life has to offer. Find a way to make it work. You make the improbable, the once unimaginable, possible. And you consistently challenge yourselves to never accept what works well as good enough. But there's true excellence here today, and we come together in a humble way to recognize you, the Xconomy's 2020 National Award finalists, and say thank you. Thank you for the tireless work that you are doing, and thank you for taking on the hard work that is still to be done. Now, this opportunity to honor our industry would be impossible without the support of our sponsors. They've been invaluable partners to Xconomy and reinforce why they are leading partners to the life sciences industry as well. So thank you to our platinum partners, Biogen, Cooley, Fish & Richardson, Goodwin, MedPace, Millipore Sigma, PRA Health Sciences, and Safety Partners. Thank you to our gold sponsors as well, Archbow Consulting, Biocom, Blueprint Medicines, Burns Levinson, Global OT IT Quality Services, Halodyne, Linja Therapeutics, Sofanova Investments, and Third Rock Ventures. And to our judges, a special thank you for your support and making the commitment to ensure each finalist receive the attention and recognition they deserve. While there's only one winner for each award, I know the judges would agree that all the finalists are winners and have earned our respect and admiration. Our judges are Daphne Zohar, founder and CEO and board member of PureTech; Deborah Dunsire, CEO of Lundbeck; Jean Loring, CEO, Aspen Neuroscience; Jeremy Levin, chairman of the board of directors at Bio and CEO of Ovid Therapeutics; Joe Panetta, CEO of Biocom; Marian Nakata, VP of Venture Investments at Johnson & Johnson Innovation; Michael Varney, President, Mike Varney Advisors; Mike Gray, Venture Partner, Pappas Capital, and President and CEO of Amplex Pharmaceuticals; and Naomi Freed, Founder and CEO of Health Innovation Strategies. A truly amazing group. Now let's take a moment to hear from them.
I was really impressed, first of all, with the quality of the applicants. The breadth, the depth, the sophistication of the submissions was really outstanding. I thought there was a great selection of categories that people could apply in. And then I will tell you that I thought it was also a very well-run competition, well-organized, and Xconomy really knows how to put together a great contest.
Every year, the process has become smoother, and I think we've had more entries, more categories to judge. So really reaching more broadly throughout the whole ecosystem of life sciences, and that's been exciting to watch.
It's always for me an eye opener. It's educational. It's fun to get familiar with a group of companies and a group of technologies that probably I don't have the opportunity so much to see, to get some new perspective on the interesting and exciting things that are happening in this life science industry, and to heighten my level of enthusiasm for what's going on out there.
The awards provide a wonderful sort of gamut of categories that what I appreciate provides role models for the industry and recognizes leaders that have the vision and values of things that we are celebrating with the Xconomy Awards.
In the areas that I judged, I thought they were pretty representative. A number of them I was familiar with by name. Some of them I was familiar with even in a more direct way, having interacted with some of the people in those companies. So I think it was a pretty good representation, and it was also a good spread in the sense that there were choices there. It wasn't like everything would have been all packed up and I had a really hard choice. No, there was a relatively straightforward spread in each one of the categories that I found that made it somewhat kind of fun to read, but also easy to judge.
So the process was very straightforward, very informative and direct, and it's always hard to make a decision because of the fact that you bring forward so many great finalists.
Very diverse, and each one, as I read it, I thought, wow, this is probably the one that I would rank top. And then I'd read the next one and say, ooh, totally different angle. It's almost comparing apples and oranges, but each of them have validity to being a winner, and they are potentially transformative. So it was a mind-opening thing for me as a judge to read through those entries and have to consider how each of them might impact trends in the future.
I thought what we saw in the submissions was really more on the high end and not so representative of everything. But I think that's a great thing. We were seeing really the best of the best.
Clearly, we're all dedicated to human health care. And what I saw with some of the submissions is the passion and the philanthropy and the giving back to things related to healthcare and human wellness. So I feel that our energy is not just about getting the business results accomplished, but about the ability to really make a difference in other ways and doing it together as a community. And I highly applaud and am very proud of that in terms of what we're doing for healthcare beyond the business.
Yeah, what makes for a great startup? I mean, I think that, and the algorithm or the formula for this is probably different based on different setups, but there are some key elements of it. Again, you have to have a good idea that is implementable in some way, a technology, a good molecule, or something like that. You have to have some key scientific people in the organization who have experience on doing that. You have to have good leadership, somebody who can set the direction so that people don't meander, in terms of their science or their work, and then you have to have capital in the end. And again, in the last 5 to 10 years, many of those elements are in some respects easily accessible. Money has been readily accessible in the venture world for at least 5 to 10 years in a very kind of profound way. And, that's good because it draws people in some respects than it used to be. Back when I started in 1987, I was the 13th employee at a biotech company in 1987. Raising capital these days, I'm not saying that it's easy and people are throwing money around. However, there are substantial sums in various forms right now that are readily accessible. So getting a company off the ground and getting some funding to at least test your idea, I think that is a relatively straightforward thing to do these days because of the amount of money that is around.
We're ready for the Startup of the Year category, and to present this award for Startup of the Year, please welcome Neil Desai, Director, Business Development for Biogen.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Neil Desai, work in the Business Development Group at Biogen. Biogen is excited to join the first National Xconomy Awards. As mentioned, an event that really highlights the top companies, individuals, and organizations make our life science ecosystem the most innovative in the world. As pioneers in neuroscience, Biogen understands innovation. We discover, develop, and deliver innovative therapies for people living with serious neurological diseases around the world. We aim to bring hope to those living with these diseases, and today we are proud to recognize a handful of outstanding startups working to bring promise to patients. The Startup of the Year Award was created to spotlight the most inventive and innovative new companies to break onto the scene. Nominees represent companies that were not only successful in raising substantial investment to fund their research, but more importantly, effectively and wisely invested that funding to develop scientific advances and invent solutions that will help overcome the challenges of both biology and business. So without further ado, the finalists for the 2020 Startup of the Year Award are Dino Therapeutics, Encoded Therapeutics, Mission Bio, and MoMA Therapeutics. And now for the winner of Xconomy's 2020 award for Startup of the Year, the winner is Dino Therapeutics. Congratulations.
Thank you to Xconomy for this award and the recognition that we're doing something different, to our first partners, Sept and Novartis, for their trust in us and our shared vision to help patients live healthier lives, especially Joe Zinkis, Fred Schnilla, Louise Berdina Kopak, and Jennifer Ma, Adam Thayer, Jay Bradner, Terry McGee. To our future partners, of which we hope there will be many, we look forward to making insanely great AAV gene therapies together, to Lab Central for giving us a great community to grow up in, for the support and flexibility as we grew from a single bench to a lab suite, especially Maggie O'Toole, Lindsay York Reeson, Shazia Amir, Shauna Yubi, Teresa Mason, Peter Parker, and Johannes Frohoff. To our investors, Polaris CRV KDT for their help and their trust, Alan Crane, Dylan Morris, and Kay McClary. To Harvard, Genetics Department, Wyss Institute, and HBS, especially Emma Taddeo, Vonda Shannon, Mary Talukas, Ais Antonio, Jay Culverwell, Chris Committee, Jessica McDonough Church, Nick Conley, Garrett Pisano, Vicky Saito, and Pierce Ogden. And as the Dino team, to our fellow teammates, the aviators, thank you for taking a chance by signing up to join this startup adventure, being great people, boldly experimenting, taking joy in your work, and for all the fun we've been having along the way. Thanks.
Category is about the building piece. And I think similar to what we value at J&J, it's not just about the what you do, it's the how you do it. And I think that's what this category was getting at. What are the values, the creativity you bring in terms of bringing the teams together, in terms of what you what you appreciate, and the tools that you use to create something that is going to be successful. And so the ones that really stood out for me are the ones that did it differently from other folks and were wildly successful because of that innovation.
And what I look for is the strength of the technology, the base of data supporting the technology, the innovativeness of the technology, and how a strong leader and a strong management team and group of people within the company to work together to build a strong company and to move that technology forward systematically and efficiently, and the degree to which they've been able to generate interest in the investor community and the rest of the life science community in the company and the technology that they've developed.
It's how you create the innovation that's as important as the innovation that you create.
To present the Building a Biotech Award, please welcome Teresa Lavoie, partner at Fish & Richardson. Teresa.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the awards today. My name is Teresa Lavoie, and I'm a principal in the patent group at Fish & Richardson. Fish is a global intellectual property law firm whose clients include some of the world's most important thinkers, makers, and doers. In my practice, I help early-stage and emerging life sciences companies succeed by protecting and maximizing the value of their intellectual property. I take immense pride in representing these clients because they are literally transforming the process by which the industry invents, develops, and brings life-saving technologies to patients. In that vein, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Building a Biotech Award. As we all know, there's so much more to building a successful biotech company than just great science. A company needs the right work ethic, the right work environment, and the right atmosphere to harness innovation. The Building a Biotech Award was created to recognize the companies or the person that incorporates these critical, important elements to support and facilitate innovative science. The nominees have built work cultures and environments to help science thrive, have designed facilities, and have connected all the important elements together in an unrivaled atmosphere of invention and innovation. The finalists for the 2020 Building a Biotech Award are 10x Genomics, Kevin Huvrosky of Quanterix, Ionis Pharmaceuticals, and Fortress Biotech. And the winner of Xconomy's 2020 National Award for Building a Biotech is Ionis Pharmaceuticals. Congratulations to all the finalists, and have a wonderful afternoon with the rest of the award ceremony. Thank you.
To thank the 2020 National Xconomy Awards panel, Xconomy, and the IONs at Ionis who are making it possible for us every day to continue to say yes and make a difference in the lives of the patients who are depending on us day in and day out to deliver the transformative medicines through our Innocence technology. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We really appreciate the recognition and the support.
Secret weapon wasn't a technology or a new platform. It was a person or small group of people that was really catalytic in changing the course of the company that they were involved with. And as I was reading through the applications, there were people who had really a lot to contribute on the technical side, or they were great scientists, or they were wonderful at business development, or they were really super at manufacturing and were able to come up with new processes. And I think this is a really important category because at the end of the day, a company is only as brilliant, vibrant, and strong as the people that work inside of it. And so I think recognizing that it's often individuals that can make a big difference, can be a secret weapon, if you will, for a company's success is brilliant. And so I was delighted to judge in this category.
Obviously, you need a couple of key things, right? You need a key scientific idea. You need to be able to find your way to implement it, but you also have to be able to raise capital. And I think that, for me, you got to have good people in all of those positions, because it's like, again, you could do the greatest science, but if you don't have the money to bring it to patients, then again, it's almost like you didn't do the science. So what I would say is that in general, there are good people. There's actually a lot of really skilled and really smart people in this industry. In many respects, it's a place where people can move around because of, the nature of what we do, right? I mean, we, in the end, in this industry, you hope to save lives, and people are drawn to that.
I hope that all companies will think about who their secret weapons are and recognize how valuable their contributions are.
To present the Secret Weapon Award, please welcome Julie Hopkins, Associate Director of Marketing at MedPace. Julie.
Hello, I'm Julie Hopkins with MedPace, and I'm delighted to be with you today to announce the winner of the secret weapon category. And I just love the name for this category. It just sounds so stealth and so efficient, and a great tribute to the people that are being honored today. Let me just take a moment to introduce you to MedPace in case you're not familiar with us. We are a top 10 CRO, and we've built our reputation on working with the biotech industry. So we're a great match for many of you in the audience today. We have strength in all main therapeutic areas, and we also specialize in rare disease and cell and gene therapies. So enough about us, let's jump into announcing the winner. We all have a secret weapon on our team, someone whose accomplishments and impact far exceed the credit that they've received. Whether it's an executive, a junior employee, an advocate, or a unique talent in your organization or ecosystem. The Secret Weapon Award gives us the opportunity to put a spotlight on these unsung heroes and provide them with the recognition that they deserve. The finalists for the 2020 Secret Weapon Award are Azadeh Ghalipur and Kim Warren from AvroBio, Tyler Grant from Lindra Therapeutics, Kirti Sharma from Chimera Therapeutics, and Renee Tannenbaum from Halozyme Therapeutics. And the winner of Xconomy's 2020 National Award for the Secret Weapon is Azadeh Ghalipur and Kim Warren from AvroBio. Congratulations.
We realize we represent a team of people who have worked on this at AvroBio, as well as our partners at Miltenyi and leading CDMOs around the world. I'm grateful to accept this award on behalf of all of us. I'm proud to have been able to work with a great team of people on a foundational aspect of such a first of its kind gene therapy platform, and hope it will translate into benefits for patients and families in the years ahead.
And I'd like to say that receiving this award just as I retire has been a really nice surprise. It's very rewarding to have worked in this field of cell and gene therapy that has experienced such rapid growth, and it has become a reality now for patients. It's a recognition for everyone working to improve technologies and processes to deliver therapies that help patients now and in the future. And I really wish the new generation of researchers in this area and my colleague Azadeh the greatest success in the future.
This was specifically looking at digital therapeutics, and that's a category that's sprung to life. You know, I remember when PureTech was first working with Achille, and people thought it was a little bit strange. And now there are a number of digital therapeutics approved and many more coming. And I think we'll see digital impacting our world, not only in fully digital therapeutics, but as digital therapeutics adjunctive to other therapeutics. And I think we'll see digital transforming the way health is implemented, or both treatment and follow-up for patients' health is implemented.
Digital health is really a catalyst driving transformation in the life sciences. Digital health has the potential to allow big biotech and pharma companies, even small biotech and biopharma, to really provide value to their patients in new and different ways. It allows the opportunity to really move beyond just the molecule or the pill to provide support to patients and to clinicians and to caregivers. I'm really excited about how digital health is going to revolutionize the biopharma and life science industry. We're going to see new solutions for medication adherence, for virtual care. We'll see digiceuticals, which are actually digital therapies that can be paired with traditional therapies, and all sorts of new digital diagnostics and biomarkers. So I think digital health is really changing the future for the life sciences industry.
Okay, great. The Digital Tech Trailblazer Award. Apps, hardware, mobile devices, big data, and more. The latest advances in digital technologies are transforming not just drug discovery and medicine, but also how patients collect and use their own health data. The Digital Tech Trailblazer Award was created to honor the person, the company, or the organization that is cleverly navigating the potential for digital tools to improve human health. The finalists for the 2020 Digital Trailblazer Award are Empatica, Profusa, Recursion, and Connor Landgraf of EKO. And the winner of Xconomy's 2020 Award for Digital Tech Trailblazer is Empatica. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Chelsea Trengrove, and just stepping in here for Empatica to say that we're so grateful to Xconomy and the judges for really the honor of this award. We are very grateful to be amongst some fantastic innovators and companies in this category. So we're just really thrilled to get to be a part of this. And we're also grateful to the judges in Xconomy for really recognizing the impact of this type of technology and pushing forward really digital innovation in the space and showing how it can be used in the healthcare system. I think that this year has been really difficult for a lot of people, but we think that this sort of technology can really move forward in this era and in the future to help out the healthcare system. So especially with the COVID response, we're excited to make whatever help that we can. And also just want to thank the entire Empatica team. It's been a long year and everyone's worked super hard, both on the device development side, to the cloud platform, to building out the algorithm, to coordinating the clinical trials, to the entire management team, really shifting our focus to this. So it's been a long road and we're just grateful to be where we are today, and for you guys for helping us be a part of all of it.
So today's patients have become more empowered in drug development and healthcare. Their drive, passion, and advocacy has resulted in more R&D, more affordable drugs, and better access to both medicines and personal health data. Patients have also taken an active role partnering with researchers and companies to make sure their voices are heard. The Patients First Award recognizes the people and the organizations that have gone above and beyond to prioritize the need of the patients. The finalists for the 2020 Patients First Award are Block Clinical, Graham Wiley of the Medical Research Network, Patrick Anquetil, Portal Instruments, and Michelle Rhee, X4 Pharmaceuticals. And the winner of Xconomy's 2020 Patients First Award is Graham Wiley, Medical Research Network. Congratulations.
Wow, what a great honor to be recognized. Thank you very much to Xconomy for this award. We're truly proud to have received it. This award is really for the people at MRN, not me. They've been an absolutely fantastic team over the last 15 years, and MRN could not have done any one of the things that it's been able to do without them. So I'm tremendously proud on their behalf for receiving the award and for the recognition that brings. Thank you very much.
I think when it comes to the elements that are needed, first of all, an understanding of what innovation is and what it takes to drive innovation and support new technologies and new ideas. It also takes a certain type of culture. You have to be willing to embrace risk and uncertainty and really to give those crazy ideas a try, not all of which will work, but it's the process of trying that really creates that culture of innovation. And then I think another really important resource for an ecosystem focused on innovation is actually resources, being able to provide support to innovators. And that support can come in the form certainly of financial support or space, wet labs, but it also can come in the form of support around strategy and coaching and mentors and the ability to open doors for innovators and help them better understand the broader environment that they're going to be playing in.
Above all, it takes collaboration. It takes people who are very connected, want to be connected and very focused on the ability to synergize, to bring technologies and companies and people together in a way that adds up to more than just the sum of the parts.
I think there is definitely a concentration of entrepreneurs and VCs on the coast, but that doesn't mean that innovation is all coming from the exact same place. Innovation is sourced from these other areas. And there's other venture groups that have actually sprung up that are specifically creating a niche for themselves in investing in what they call underserved geographies. So I think innovation can come from anywhere. And I think that there is the ability to grow companies that are not in Cambridge or San Francisco.
To present the Ecosystem Development Award, please welcome Stuart Cable, Vice Chair and Global Chair for Mergers and Acquisitions at Goodwin. Stuart.
On behalf of my Goodwin Procter partners and our more than 1,200 lawyers across the globe, I'm honored to present the 2020 National Xconomy Award in the category of Ecosystem Development. Nearly 20 years ago, Goodwin set out to build a best-in-class soup to nuts life cycle legal practice devoted to the biotechnology industry. Today, under the leadership of my partners, Mitch Bloom and Kingsley Taft, we have become the unquestioned leader in the industry with 150 lawyers devoted exclusively to biotechnology companies. In Boston, New York, DC, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Silicon Valley, London, Cambridge, England, and Hong Kong. This team maintains a market-leading share in IPOs, having represented 18 biotech issuers and underwriters in 2020, including Relay Therapeutics and Royalty Pharma, raising over $5 billion in 2020 alone. Representing our clients in more than 35 publicly announced collaborations in 2020, including Alnylam in their $2 billion collaboration with Blackstone, and Chimera in its up to $2 billion collaboration with Sanofi, and executing on behalf of sellers and financial advisors some of the largest M&A deals of the year, including Spark's sale to Roche, which was named Life Sciences Deal of the Year, and Immunomedic's record-breaking $20 million deal announced just last week. We are ranked year after year by U.S. News as Biotechnology Law Firm of the Year, and in 2019, we're honored by LMG Life Sciences as both Corporate and Life Cycle Firm of the Year. We thank our 600 biotech clients for their support, ranging from the startups that we help pro bono through Goodwin Labs to our more established and long-term clients like Moderna, who've moved from the lab to go on to distribute commercial medicines all over the world, providing important therapeutics, diagnostics, and vaccines to patients in need. Outsiders see the life sciences industry as one singular global industry. Insiders know it's the local life sciences hubs that are critical to create collaborative environments necessary to dream, to invent, and to realize next generation innovation. The Ecosystem Development Award shines a well-deserved light on the regional agencies, organizations, individuals, and companies that have shown exceptional resourcefulness and accomplishment in creating, building, and supporting local environments and regional life science credibility. The finalists for the 2020 Ecosystem Development Award are the California Institute for Regenerative Medicine, Deerfield Management Company, Petrie, and Stanford Spark. And the winner of Xconomy's 2020 National Award for Ecosystem Development is Stanford Spark. Congratulations.
Xconomy Award for Ecosystem Development is a great honor. Importantly, it's a recognition of the outstanding work of our industry volunteers and our academic inventors. We are grateful for this recognition and hope that it will help spread the word for more academic institutions to use this model. As together, we can make a difference for the industry, for the patients, and for society. So I thank the committee for recognizing Spark at Stanford's work. It is an incredible honor.
This industry has reached out into the community. I think that increasingly the industry is taking on not only the health issues and the patient issues. For instance, Lundbeck is in the field of mental health, and we have long stood up for lifting the stigma associated with mental illness. And that's great for society. It's also very well aligned with our business, but we also have goals set for our carbon emissions, for instance, how we can improve the way we recycle solvents so that we're using less organic solvents in all our production processes. I've seen the industry start to take more concrete action than it has before in terms of combating racism. So I think the industry needs to continue to broaden its footprint beyond simply health issues.
Everybody should make an effort to be socially responsible, but I see it a lot in our industry. And I would like to think that we can be role models in how we can make that happen. And I think these awards are a wonderful way of elevating and recognizing and applauding those efforts.
Now, we all know from experience what you do is more than just a job. It's part of who you are. You put in all the extra hours and go all the extra miles because what you do is more than work. It's also why so many of you are involved in supporting your communities outside of work. The Social Responsibility Award rewards the individual or company that have made a concerted effort to look beyond the demands of their shareholders, their 9-to-5 responsibilities, in order to give back to their communities. The finalists for the 2020 Social Responsibility Award are Samuel Kojo Amokahin from Haladine, CODA, Diversity and Inclusion Committee, EMD Serono, Embracing Carers, and Horizon Therapeutics, Rare is Adoption Fund. And the winner of Xconomy's 2020 Social Responsibility Award is EMD Serono, Embracing Carers. Congratulations.
On behalf of the EMD Serrano and the various caregiver organizations we work with nationally and globally, I'd like to thank Xconomy for recognizing the Embracing Carers initiative. The important work we've done collaboratively to increase awareness about the unique and unmet need of caregivers, particularly unpaid caregivers. The COVID-19 pandemic has only underscored the important role of caregivers, and we feel that families across the nation have been navigating new, unexpected realities, whether that's moving loved ones from care facilities to care themselves, or finding themselves in newly multi-generational households, or navigating the complexities of telehealth and virtual caregiving. With all these challenges, it would be lovely to support those who do so much to support others. And again, thank you for this award, which in turn amplifies recognition of caregivers as an under-recognized yet critical part of our society, particularly within our healthcare system. And internally, I would like to thank Melissa Beglin and Elizabeth Folange for their everyday assistance in making this program a success, and with our internal champions of Heather Connor and Lynn Taylor. But most of all, thank you to our partners.
Me, I think of a big idea maybe in the context of innovation. And innovation to me is really about a good idea, but also a reduction to practice of that good idea, right? So you could have a good idea, but if you can't implement it, nobody cares, right? And if you have a bad idea, nobody cares if you implement it. And in this particular case, right, what you have is companies that are doing innovation, and that meaning that they got a good idea, but they're able to reduce it to practice and really put it to the test.
Revolutions begin with bold, unique ideas. It's a scientific observation that spawns a new way of making drugs, the creative business strategy that alters the healthcare system, and the technological innovations that promises to improve patient outcomes. The Big Idea Award honors the people, the companies, and the organizations who are advancing transformative ideas. The finalists for the 2020 Big Idea Award are Nicholas Geis, Curie Bio, Katie Rezvani, the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center, Seer, and SQZ Biotech. And the winner of Xconomy's 2020 Big Idea Award is Nicholas Geis, Curie Bio. Congratulations, Nicholas.
Wow, thank you so much. This is truly a great honor. Of course, first, I should start out by thanking all the folks at Xconomy for giving me the opportunity to share our mission with the community and for the award. So thank you. I always feel a little weird kind of, being here alone because I'm part of a pretty fantastic team. And I always think of a mentor of mine, Sir Hans Kornberg, was one of my teachers. And he gave us a quote from a famous thermodynamics textbook that would say the edifice of science is akin to a cathedral built by the efforts of a few architects and many workers. And a lot of us are privileged to be workers in this cathedral. And what I mean by that is, this whole idea of bioengineering and stem cells is really decades in the making. There are people working on this 20, 30 years ago, like Don Ingber and Kit Parker, who are two of my mentors, who were working on this stuff when it was kind of a really kind of niche area of science. And so I've been really privileged to benefit from their pioneering work. Next, I just am so privileged to have a fantastic team at Curie Bio, just some of the most talented biologists I've ever met, as well as engineers. And there's two very different disciplines, but every one of them has this shared mission to work together to really bring these technologies to the fore and start delivering things that are going to help people in their everyday life. And they've just really taken up that mission with aplomb and nailed it. Finally, we've got a lot of partners that we work with at Curie Bio. If you're interested in working with us, please reach out. Curie Bio, CURIBIO.com. We're also doing a Series A, so we're happy to partner with people that way. Finally, on a personal note, thanks to my family, especially my parents. They moved to the United States about 40 years ago or so when war was breaking out in our home country, and they got us out of there. And thanks to them, me and my siblings are all here. We've had some fantastic opportunities that just wouldn't have been possible if they didn't take that risk. And I owe a huge debt to them. Thank you.
The exciting thing about this industry is that each year brings forward new and different and diverse and important technologies for drug approval. So I think we could say that this year and more so each year. I've been in this industry for a long time, and so I see how the momentum has built over the years. And the technologies that we're able to use, and the knowledge base that we have to develop new technologies, and so it's exciting to see the pace quicken each year, and the new and important technologies each year.
We've seen some tremendous approvals. I think even in spite of the pandemic, we've seen the FDA keeping up the pace and approvals coming through. So clearly, they are still doing their work, and that's what they promised at the beginning of the pandemic, that it would not shut down the ability for companies to work with the FDA. We've seen that in approvals. We've also seen it in the way FDA has issued guidances to companies on how to manage clinical trials through the pandemic, how they're working with companies on data gaps that potentially might arise from the pandemic. So I really give them, really top marks for continuing to get the work done.
To present the award for Breakthrough Drug of the Year, please welcome Kent Tolke, Senior Vice President and Chief Scientific Officer at PRA Health Sciences. Kent.
I am Kent Tolke. I'm the Chief Scientific Officer for PRA Health Sciences, which is a global contract research organization. Much like the Breakthrough Drug of the Year, PRA is focused on partnering with and helping these companies accelerate getting their breakthrough drugs to market more quickly through novel technologies and solutions, really focusing on industry-leading areas such as decentralized and virtual trials. What I'd like to do today is really talk about these particular drugs. What we know is every drug approval is special, but what they do is they allow patients the opportunity to live longer and better lives. What separates a breakthrough drug of the year from all others? I think that's a really good question. Is it an unexpected secondary indication, an unparalleled level of patient success, or something different? The Breakthrough Drug of the Year award looks beyond a molecule's commercial potential and recognizes the broader impact it may have on the industry and society at large. The finalists for the 2020 Breakthrough Drug of the Year award are Acceleron Pharma and Bristol Myers Squibb for Reblozyl, Immune Therapeutics for Palforzia, Global Blood Therapeutics for Oxbryta, and Vertex Pharmaceuticals for Trikafta. And the winner of the Xconomy's 2020 National Award for Breakthrough Drug of the Year award is Global Blood Therapeutics. Congratulations. And congratulations to all the finalists, a part of this exciting time.
So first of all, I'd like to thank those who organized this presentation. Our industry is all about innovations, and having organizations recognize our hard work is something that I'm very excited about because it stimulates more of that. I also want to thank all the people who really were behind the idea of creating Global Blood Therapeutics and focusing on sickle cell disease to help these patients. The list of people that I could name is very long, but I'd really particularly point out Charles Holmesy, David Phillips, who were founders of the company. But I also want to thank all of our employees, all of the investigators, all the patients, the patient advocates. This kind of effort takes a village, and I'm extraordinarily grateful for the village that made this happen.
So I think COVID is really not stopping the deal making. As a matter of fact, I've heard the fact that it's almost easier to get senior leaders who are the decision makers for these deals to engage because they're not on airplanes and they're not, and they have more time to plug in through Zoom. And so there is, I believe, a definite continuation of the momentum of deal making through COVID. We're trying hard to keep the momentum going, and deal making continues even with companies that we haven't met in person through COVID. A lot of times, you know already the other investors, you know the entrepreneurs, so that has really helped a lot in making it easier to do investments sort of sight unseen because you do have trust in the teams. So I think that's been great because it's kept the momentum for healthcare going. So it's not just investments, but as you can see, IPOs continue to go out. And again, it's a lot easier to do a roadshow and meet many banks when you're not flying and taking taxis and running for airplanes. So it's actually in some ways made those efforts more efficient, at least as it relates to time and travel. In terms of deal of the year, it's not just, as you say, about size. It's about the creativity, it's about the structure, it's about the impact. Some of these are more collaborative. And I think it's important to be able to recognize a range of deal types as finalists, because I think finalists are winners on their own, on their own right as being finalists. So I think it was a great recognition of all of those different aspects, because it's not just bigger is the best.
Present the award for the 2020 Deal of the Year. Please welcome Kay Chandler, partner and chair of Cooley's Global Life Sciences Industry.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kay Chandler, chair of Cooley's Global Life Sciences practice. It's great to see you all virtually and to participate in today's Xconomy Awards. Cooley is the OG in life sciences going back decades, beginning in the 1980s when the firm took both Genentech and Amgen public. Today, we represent more than 1,600 public and private life sciences clients worldwide, including counseling more than half of the companies on the NASDAQ Biotechnology Index. With offices in each of the most important industry hubs, including Boston and San Diego, Cooley's deep bench works with executives across the company life cycle, from initial formation and funding to accessing capital markets, corporate partnering and licensing, M&A, and protection and enforcement of intellectual property. Cooley's lawyers work seamlessly across disciplines to help our clients achieve their business objectives. And now, without further ado, the Deal of the Year award is all about the money. So we are highlighting the deals, mergers and acquisitions, collaborations, licensing partnerships, and agreements that have uniquely advanced and progressed the industry's mission to develop and commercialize life-changing therapeutics. So finalists for the 2020 Deal of the Year are Bristol Myers Squibb and Celgene. Bristol Myers Squibb rocked the global biopharmaceutical industry by announcing a definitive agreement to acquire Celgene for $74 billion. The combination of two of the world's largest cancer companies represents one of the biggest pharmaceutical deals ever. Corvidia and Novo Nordisk. Corvidia was successfully sold to Novo Nordisk, marking the largest acquisition of a private company to date in 2020. The deal is also Novo Nordisk's largest ever acquisition. Sept, Therapeutics, and Roche. The infrastructure necessary to support the gene therapy research and manufacturing supply chain is significant. The Sept-Roche agreement will accelerate global access to SRP 9001 by adding Roche's global reach, commercial presence, and regulatory expertise outside the U.S. to Sarepta's R&D, manufacturing, and U.S. commercial infrastructure. And the winner of Xconomy's 2020 National Award for Deal of the Year is Bristol Myers Squibb and Celgene. Congratulations.
As employees, partners, and team members of both companies who work tirelessly to ensure the success of our historic combination with Celgene, I am pleased to accept the award for Deal of the Year. At BMS, we are inspired by a single vision, transforming patients' lives through science. We have the best and brightest people in the industry. They are the foundation of our success and really our competitive advantage. They work together to bring our mission to life, and they bring a personal touch to everything they do. Our focus on patients and their families motivates us to work smarter, faster, and better. We are really driven by the knowledge that our efforts may make the difference for a patient who is running out of options. We know that there is always more we can do. It is for our patients that we commit to scientific excellence and investment in R&D to provide innovative, high-quality medicines that address the unmet medical needs of patients with serious diseases and improve their lives. This award validates the efforts all our employees put forth day after day, and we thank you for this honor.
At the 2020 Advanced Biotech Grant Award, please welcome Andrew Bullpin, Executive Vice President, Process Solutions at MilliporeSigma. Andrew.
Hello there. My name is Andrew Bullpin, Head of the Process Solutions Division at MilliporeSigma. Welcome to this virtual awards gala. So at MilliporeSigma, we are committed to supporting pioneering biotech startups from discovery to development and manufacturing. We understand the challenges emerging biotech companies face in the quest to push the next generation of drugs to market. Advanced technologies, evolving regulations, and specialized knowledge. You don't have to do it alone. Whether you operate in the field of monoclonal antibodies and recombinants, antibody-drug conjugates, vaccines, or gene therapies, our products, services, and experts are there to help you find the best way to move your molecule to the next scale faster. Through our Advanced Biotech Grant Program, we recognize standout emerging biotech companies and help them navigate their path to commercialization. We provide reliable data faster and expert guidance that will move your molecule from concept to clinic with accuracy. We work together with the biotech community to network, exchange information and expertise, and discuss needs and challenges. Our rotating grant program began in 2014. It runs every 6 months in Europe, North America, and Asia. So far, over 4 million euros in grants have been awarded, and we are proud to announce that this past year was our record number of applicants. Our next edition will be open to companies in the European geographies. Partner with us and we will help you pioneer your biotherapeutic pathway to life. Hello there. I am delighted to announce we had a record number of applicants this year. We want to say thank you to all of our applicants for their participation and contribution. Out of the 50 applicants, we had 10 semi-finalists. We want to say an extra special thank you to all of our semi-finalists. Their interviews and presentations were both insightful and inspiring. From the 10 semi-finalists, we are happy to announce we have chosen our 3 finalists. Tenaya Therapeutics, who is advancing projects for multiple scientific platforms to address the underlying causes of heart failure. Combined Therapeutics, who is working on an innovative messenger RNA platform to treat and prevent liver cancer. And Respana Therapeutics, who is developing therapeutics for viral infections of the lungs. And the grand prize winner is Combined Therapeutics. Well done and congratulations.
First of all, I'd like to thank my company, Combined Therapeutics, as well as our team, Valerie Duval and Roman Mikol, who is our CEO. I'd also like to thank our scientific advisory board for all their input and guidance. And I'd like to thank Ipsen Innovation Center Biolabs, which is where we're located. They've provided lab and office support. This has helped us to keep our operations running smoothly. Lastly, I would like to thank MilliporeSigma. We've already had some really great discussions. They provided good input and helped us to give some solutions to some of the process issues that we've been having, and also for giving us this really great opportunity. This grant will help us to scale up quickly and create the next generation of mRNA therapeutics, and we look forward to continue working with them.
Well, that was fun. I think we should do this more often. However, for this year, this concludes the Xconomy 2020 National Awards Ceremony. On behalf of the entire Xconomy staff, thank you for making this year's program such a great success. A special thank you to our sponsors, and congratulations to all the finalists and all the award winners. Thank you again for attending. Stay safe and have a great evening.